Morning, folks. Okay, I've ordered one of these, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so what I showed you on the computer screen is an 80-gallon rain barrel to collect rainwater that runs off your house. I'm going to adapt it to be my new reservoir. But it gets even better, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand that 80 gallons up right here, and as you can see, it's kind of hindering the use of my kitchen sink, and makes it kind of a pain in the butt. So pardon my last night's dishes. So I'm going to stand, picture this 70-gallon tilted upright and placed in the corner. It's going to make more, and it's just going to be a little taller, right? It's probably going to actually go up to around where the light is in height. So it's going to stand there. It's going to become my new reservoir. All this ugly blue rock is going to go into it as biomedia, as well as that ship to conceal the heater so I don't melt. It's made of plastic, so I don't want to melt the sides. So I'm going to put the ship upright. I'm going to drop the heater into the ship, and then I'm going to drop a sponge filter in there, and an air stone or two, and it's good to go as a reservoir. But that's not all it's going to be. It's actually, I'm going to link it into the system here. So what I'm going to do, and I'll go back to the computer screen so you can see what's going on. Now this is a shot from a YouTube video talking about this particular barrel. And on the back of them you have these. And what you do is you take a hacksaw and you just cut the end off this to open it up. And it's an overflow. Now I don't want to use outward overflow from this because it's too small, but inward flow from my sump can definitely go here. So I already have a sump on the 90-gallon, but what I'm going to do is add a second sump pump inside that sump, and then I'm going to drill a 2-inch hole and put a bulkhead here, and then run PVC down behind the tank, because this will be up in the corner right beside the tank. So the PVC is going to run down behind the tank into the sump. So this water will not dump directly into the tank upstairs. Only going to take water from the sump and give water back to the sump at the same rate that it's taking it. So the trick will be finding a pump that doesn't do it too fast. I think about 400 gallons an hour should do just nicely. This will add 80 gallons to my water volume overall, and it gets better because, let me switch pictures here. Here we have a spigot, and what I can do with the spigot is I can put a hose on it, and then I can run it under my kitchen sink. And there's, there's a maintenance sort of plug that you can unscrew underneath the drainage for the sink, the drainage pipes. So I'm going to buy one of those screws. I'm going to drill a hole down the middle of it. I'm going to run the hose into it and silicone it up real good and seal it, and hook it up to this. So when I need to do a water change, now remember this is 80 gallons, my tank's 90 gallons. The sump's 25 probably with the water, because I don't fill it right up. And so I'll run this straight down into the wastewater pipe. All I have to do when I want to do a water change is throw this, shut off my sumps, throw this, water will drain out, refill it, to sort of turn that off, refill it, treat it with prime, match my temperature, and then when everything's, when the prime's had enough time to work, which only takes a few minutes, re-engage the sumps, and I've done a 50% water change. So it'll make, once I get that all going, it'll make life a lot easier. It's not all going to happen right away. Right now I've just got the barrel coming. It's going to just be a reservoir initially, then I'll buy the sump pump. Won't cost too much, and I got to get the hose, and I got to get clamps, and all that stuff. This week is about getting PVC this thing in and building the rack downstairs and getting the other 70-gallon moved. I also have a 50-gallon rain barrel coming for downstairs. I'm going to turn that, set that up in a similar fashion, and it's going to operate, as the sump for the 2 tanks. So it's 55 gallons. So very interesting stuff coming up. So in here, that terracotta barrel standing up there, it's going to be pretty big. It's going to stand right there, and it sort of goes with the floor and my tank stuff pretty good. So it's going to look good in here, a lot better than this mess, and it's going to take up a lot less space, and it's going to nearly double my water volume once I get the sump PVC installed, and it's also going to give me a place to put a whole bunch more biomedia, and it's going to create a situation where my fish don't have to experience a water change anymore. They won't. Right now I have to drain the 90-gallon down and bring it back up, so they're all hiding in the corner, a little stressed out when that happens. So we're going to eliminate that with this system. They're not even going to know a water change occurred. They're just going to feel their water got fresher. They're going to feel a water change has happened, but they won't know it happened by the time I'm done with this. And then eventually I can even automate the water coming in, and then I'm down to just needing a gravel vac. So it's an evolving setup, but that's the direction I'm going. And then it's going to be basically the same thing downstairs with a big blue 55-gallon barrel and two of these hooked up to it. So that's going to be my setup, and each system is going to be huge. It's going to be 190 plus 80 plus 25 for this setup up here, and that's going to be 75, 75, and 55 for the total water volume downstairs. This should create really, really good, clean, long-lasting, fresh water, and reduce my workload, and allow me to keep buttloads of fish. So stay tuned. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Things are about to get interesting around here, and I'll be able to start like basically stocking and growing another huge fleet of like 20 discus downstairs, probably more, because I can use both the 70s, right? So yeah, I'll probably get 30 discus in those 2 tanks. And we're gonna have pairs coming out our wazoo, and I'm gonna have breeding tanks and babies coming, and we're going to turn this into something interesting and fun. So, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.